Hey friends, Mr. Siegel here, and my capable assistant and daughter, Anna. Say hello, Anna.
Hello.
Oh, she's shy today. We're going to do a little feelings experiment, and we're going to talk about how our feelings, when they stay inside, what happens, and then also, if we make some good decisions with our feelings, maybe what else could happen, all right? So this feelings experiment will kind of show us the ins and outs of making good decisions and maybe not so good decisions with our feelings. So, first of all, Anna, you're back in elementary school, big sixth grader, you know. When we think of the color green with emotions, what are some of the feelings that come to your mind?
Well, green means go, so probably happy.
All right, so you're feeling happy, and tell me a couple things that make you feel happy.
My dog.
All right, so Scouty, if we say Scout loud enough, she might even come to the phone. All right, and give me one other thing besides our little dog Scout there.
Traveling.
All right, traveling. Okay, going to new places makes Anna feel good. All right, so as you can see, we're going to use one dot that kind of represents each of those experiences inside us. And look at that. We start feeling pretty green inside, all right? Which is
Wow.
fantastic. We're going to go right there with a little smiley face. And that is how we're feeling inside. Now, sometimes we have a little blue feeling in. And what does blue oftentimes represent?
Sad.
Okay, sad, or what's another word besides sad?
Disappointed.
Disappointed. And sometimes it's not even emotional, sometimes it's actually physical. So sometimes we're not 100%, we're feeling kind of sick. We say we're feeling blue. So, Anna, how about an example of something that makes you feel blue or sad or disappointed?
When my brother does not respect me.
Okay, that makes you disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when your brother maybe doesn't share with you, I think I've heard that happen once or twice. All right, and what is something else that makes you feel maybe a little even more sad or even sick?
If I was excited about something and then I'm like waiting for it,
Okay.
and then it comes and it doesn't happen.
All right, so Anna just got a new bike. So Anna, when that bike came, you were super excited, right?
I was.
So let's say the bike came and it was the wrong bike, right? So we'd have to wait another 2 weeks. Dad'd probably be grumpy because you'd have to send it back. All right, so that would be a good example of feeling disappointed, okay, or sad, all right? So again, same thing happens. Those experiences stay inside us, and look at that. We start feeling blue inside, okay? And if we don't do anything with those emotions, they kind of hang out with us for a while, right? Okay, and we stay blue inside. Now, another example is the color yellow. And yellow oftentimes represents when we're confused about something or we're stressed out. What's something that maybe confuses you?
If I am in class and we're learning something totally new and I don't understand it because I've never learned it before.
Love, I need to tell you, you're an actress. Right? The camera is over there. All right, so if you don't understand something in class, boom, and that stays inside you. All right? And how about one more? What's something that stresses you out?
If I'm overwhelmed and
Okay.
I have something I need to do, but I don't feel I have enough time to do it.
Okay, and maybe you don't have anyone to help you do it. Okay, so you got to figure it out by yourself, and you're trying, but it's not really going your way. All right, so boom, we have those feelings inside us. They start to kind of make us feel yellow. All right, and all those emotions stay deep inside us. Now we got red. We got our heavy hitter. What's red oftentimes represent?
Angry.
Angry,
Mad.
hangry, or even upset. Anything else?
Negative.
Yeah, feeling negative sometimes. Okay, and what's an example? Give me two good examples of when you're really angry or upset.
When my brother, again, is bothering me.
We are really hitting on Big Brother today. Okay,
Sorry, Sam.
so when he's he's really not sharing, or he's calling you names, and I can think of a few of my baby over. All right, And he's just really not respecting you. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, what about something at school? Let's stop picking on bro so much.
Okay.
What's something at school that can make you really upset?
If I am confused, it makes me frustrated, and when I'm
Okay.
frustrated, I usually get really mad.
Okay.
Because I overreact a lot.
And that's a good example. So we're in this yellow feeling when you don't kind of resolve it, when you're not able to ask a question or get support and it stays with you, and maybe that assignment is then due, then you can actually get really angry that you weren't supported. Okay, that's a good example. Okay, so here's the deal. Each of these feelings are inside us. And now sometimes what happens is, we have all these feelings inside us. And right now, this little person with the kind of frustrated, sad face, they have not done anything about it. I mean, not a thing. They've kept it inside it, they've put a lid on it, they've literally kind of just absolutely put a lid on it, done Zippo. And let's find out what happens. We have anger inside us. Oh, yeah, I'm really angry. And now I'm confused, and what's happening there? Oh, it's kind of,
Changing color.
yeah, it's turning a little orange, all right? And now I am feeling sad. Oh,
it's
now
like greeny,
we're
brown,
kinda
nasty.
Now it's kind of gloomy. Well, now maybe good feelings, even though we haven't shared them with anybody else, maybe these good feelings can make us feel better, all right?
Made it worse.
Oh, all right. So if we use these colors to represent our feeling inside us, oftentimes we're kind of dark and gloomy, and we're feeling that way because we haven't done anything about it. Now let's take each of these emotions and let's have Anna give us some brilliant examples of some small things we could do to clear up some of these feelings. So let's start with you're happy. You were in 6th grade play, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's say you got the part you wanted. In fact, I think you got a part that you didn't even expect to get. But let's say you didn't tell anybody. What would happen for an entire week if you had something really good inside you, but you didn't tell anybody?
No one would know I'm happy.
No one would know you're happy, right? So one of the things you could do is give me an example. Who would you share that information with?
Someone that would be happy for me being happy.
Okay, so
Not
maybe
my family.
maybe your family members. Okay, and anybody else that you might share that with?
Good friends.
Okay, so some good friends at school you might share that with. All right. Hey, we're seeing a little something happen. What do you think's happening?
Clear it up.
We're starting to clear some of those emotions up. So
Changing.
we've gone through happiness. Now we're a little confused. You got confusion at school. What do you do with that confusion?
You can ask questions.
Ask a good question. You got a lot of caring adults around. You got your teachers, you got your paras, you got your parents at home when something frustrating happens. Okay? You got Mr. Siegel and Miss Davis around, and Miss Toole, and Miss Warden. All right? And you
Whoa.
have emotions beginning to clear up. And even sadness, Anna, what are some things we can do when we're sad? What's a A-okay thing to do?
Cry.
Crying is absolutely okay. Sometimes we just need to let it out. We just need to go to a safe space, and we just need to just get some of those feelings out. All right? Is there anything wrong with that?
Nope.
Absolutely not, right? And sometimes good cry is a great thing to do with an emotion. And check this out. We're starting to really clear up. And the last thing, we still got that anger rolling inside. That might be that little green color hanging out at the top here. What is something we can do when we're upset?
You can express your anger.
Yeah.
Telling people.
Yeah, you can do what's called vent, and you can tell people, and then hopefully those caring adults are going to help you do some good problem solving, okay? And sometimes, if it's something small, we can do a little deep breathing to get control of our anger. And sometimes when it's something big, we do need those adults to give us a hand, whether it's at school or at home, so that we can make some good decisions. So again, these things that make us feel lighter inside are everything from talking it out, asking a good question, getting an adult to help you out, resting, okay, crying, a little bit of exercise, sharing that good information when something good happens, and just playing. And these are all things when we have those emotions, whether they're good or whether they're happiness, anger, confusion, or sadness, all these emotions need to be shared. And when we share them, we feel a little bit lighter inside. Okay, hope you enjoyed this little experiment. We'll have some things like this in the future. Anna made this happy face on the other side, and that's obviously how we feel when we do share these emotions. So, one last thing, I hope the first week went really well of you learning. I'm sure you've had your bumps, like all of us, adults included, and just know that there's a lot of time to ask good questions, whether it's your teacher or your para. You're going to see a link to a check-in with Mr. Siegel, and it's a short, about 8 questions check-in, and we want to know how you're doing. And when you have an opportunity, fill out that check-in, and if you do need any support, let us know, and we're there for you, and we'll help do some problem solving with you, so maybe you don't have some of these emotions sitting inside you. You're knocking my bottles open. All right, I hope you guys are well, and I look forward to seeing your smiling faces soon. Bye from Mr. Siegel and